fucking something. What is it? 42? No, it's not 42. It's 43. Is it 43? Let me check. 43. Episode 43 of the I'm Just Saying show with yours truly, Justin Werley. Everybody's listening to my show. To my show. The show that is never not, well, how do I say it? Not put out there on a Sunday. We even had a power outage. We had it's electric. Oogie, oogie, oogie. Yeah, that's right. We had an electric power outage on this show. This morning, I woke up from my peaceful slumber at probably 3 a.m. And I noticed when I went to take when I went to take a piss, I went to flip on the light, and I noticed somehow, magically, out of my periph, if you will, there was no light in the bathroom. When I went to flip the switch there was no light. So I promptly went upstairs to the lovely Amelia Rising and asked her, hey, did we pay the goddamn electric bill? She said, yes, we paid the electric bill, you stupid fuck. Oh, something along those lines. And I proceeded to call MedEd, which is people listening in other countries, because I looked it up. People do listen in other countries and other states. Not necessarily Pennsylvania. They have other electrical facilities that they deal with. And holy fuck, is it... It's tough to listen to this podcast with both headphones on. But I have to, because sometimes when I'm doing a podcast, the one cord wants to go... Yeah, do you like hearing that? I don't like hearing that. But that's what happens. So I have to fucking do that. What the hell did I say? MedEd! MedEd is the Pennsylvania Electric fuck company. So I called them and they had an automated message that said, hey shitbag, I'm paraphrasing, hey shitbag, the power will be back on at 5 a.m. or 4 a.m. actually. It was 4 a.m. And this was around 1 o'clock in the morning. So I said, all right, that's 4 a.m. That's nothing. So I'm like, well, let me see what's going on. So I knew it had to be near me. There's only a couple streets by my house, so I knew something had to happen. Let me actually tell you. The message also said the outage was due to a motor vehicle accident. So I was like, okay, well, she paid the bill. Thank fucking Christ. And then I was like, all right, let's go look for this accident. And I drove up the street a decent ways, by the way. Not just right up the street. It was a decent ways. And I saw 2 telephone poles, one on each side of the street, down across the middle. So I thought, these shenanigans are going to cause me quite an inconvenience. But what happened was, one car was smashed into the pole, the other one was upside down on the fucking roof. I don't know how that happens, but it happened. It happened, and it cut off my power. They don't know that I have a podcast to put out for you people. I have to put out a podcast for you people. Instead, my electric is off, and I have to put out a fucking thing saying, hey, this is going to be later than normal for you fucks that actually listen for the YouTube podcast. You other people that download it, like smart people, hint, fuck, hint, download it on Stitcher, iTunes, any goddamn podcasting app you can think of at this point. I'm there. Download it there. But no, I wait. I wait for you. So I waited and waited and waited. And I got a call saying, well, I actually called again to report the outage. And it said the new time of 9 a.m. Okay. All right, I can handle that. It happened at 1-ish. And the startup is 4. I can handle that. Well, now it's 9. So I'm like, all right, it's only 9. It's still morning, right? Then I got a call because I hit that thing that tells you, hey, if you want to call for an update, hit this button. So I called and I want an update. So I hit the button. That button told me around 8:45 this morning, we're not expecting power to be on until 6 p.m. 6 p.m. Sip a beer for the waiting to do his podcast guy. 6 p.m., people. 6 p.m. So, I'm going to bitch right now, but fucking Meta did a goddamn great job. They got the fucking power on by like 1:15 p.m. Went off around 1:15 a.m., got it back on 1:15 p.m. Not a bad goddamn job. However, I was in the middle of making pork belly burnt ends. Pork belly burnt ends, and let me tell you, if you haven't had these, you need to make them. I don't care who you are. I don't care who you are. It's funny right there. I don't care who you are. It's funny right. It's electric. Anyway, I don't care who you are. Those pork belly burnt ends are the shit. What I call the shit. I got about another hour on the smoker to go, so I decided to come up and do the podcast after the Sixers game. Excuse you, fucko. After the Sixers game, Sixers lost, of course, which makes me a little more annoyed than I should be. But can we talk about Ben Simmons? Why is Ben Simmons in the fucking game? He sucks a fat cock. Everybody go, oh, he defends Kawhi Leonard. No, the Sixers are playing the Toronto Raptors in the NBA playoffs. Kawhi Leonard is the Raptors' best player. Ben Simmons was a first-round draft pick, like number 1 or 2 of the fucking Sixers. And he scores like fucking 4 points a game. Okay, I'm done bitching because nobody that listens to this listens for any sports takes. So I'm done. I'm done with it. All I'm saying is Ben Simmons sucked a fat cock in Game 4, and he alone, besides Joel Embiid missing 3 free throws, whatever, was the sole reason the Sixers lost Game 4. I'm going out there and saying that. Fuck you, Ben Simmons. Anyhow, I don't know where I was going, but the power came on. I'm here. Hope everybody is enjoying their weekend. Hooray for the weekend. And I'm making some pork belly burnt ends. That'll be done by the time I'm done with this fuck show. I was watching a video today. And it was a little disturbing. Disturbing. It was a little disturbing. By the way, Phillies won 7-1 against the Nationals, so that's fucking awesome. It was a little disturbing. It was the Adam Sandler tribute song to Chris Farley. And I'm going to play it. But just, I hope everyone knows, I don't, sip a beer for the podcast, man. I don't, I think it's horseshit. Is that a technical point? I think he's pandering to the audience in a tribute to a friend of his. And it's gross. It's a little gross. Everybody on TV and in the studio probably thought, that's fucking awesome. But he's plugging himself. Can we listen to this? All right, let's listen. Can everybody hear that? First time I saw. Oh, I'm hitting things. I'm not good at this. Let me try this. Plaid jacket and belt too tight, and he wasn't even being funny.
Then he cartwheeled around the room and slow danced with a cleaning lady. He was a one-man party. You know who I'm talking about my friend Chris Farley.
Okay, first of all, sorry for the moving of the mic. I have no choice. He rhymed party with Farley. I'm going to play this back. He was the life of the party, my friend Chris Farley. Party, Farley. Do not make sense. Farley. Party. He should have used a word that had an ly end. Because you need an ly end to make that rhyme. It should have been, he was the guy who you'd be afraid of when you were in the bathroom taking a piss. He was my friend Chris. Or we used to try to pick up chicks on our Harley. He was my friend Chris Farley. Instead he said, he was the life of the party. You know what I'm talking about. By the way, when you have to tell people who you're talking about, that means you're not doing a good job of describing who you're talking about. So, as I bang around this fucking mic again and have to order a new cable, but I hope it works, here's the rest of it. Well, I'm going to go back and play that line and listen to the rest.
Then he cartwheeled around the room and slow down.
Ah, Christ.
Then he cartwheeled around the room and slow danced with a cleaning lady. He was a one-man party. You know who I'm talking about my friend Chris Farley.
Yuck.
On Saturday night, my man would always deliver. Whether he was the bumblebee girl or living in a van down by the river.
Cheap pop.
He loved the bears and did good dance at Chippendales with Swayze. When they replaced his coffee with Folgers, he went full on crazy. The sexiest Gap girl and meatloaf in the band. Without him there'd be no lunch lady in lunch lady land. You know I'm thinking about my boy Chris Farley.
This was done with great intentions, but horribly done.
After a show, he'd drink a quart of Jack Daniels, then stick the bottle right up his ass. But hungover as hell, that Catholic boy always showed up to morning mass. We tell him, slow down, you'll end up like Belushi and Candy. He said, those guys are my heroes, that's all fine and dandy. I ain't making that stuff up, that's the truth about my boy, Chris Farley.
Okay, that's great. Way to say, hey, I wanted to die young anyway. Why feel bad for me? Why feel bad for me? I said out loud, I want to die anyway. Why feel bad for me? And now he's playing a song tributing that. I don't know. Adam Sandler seems like he's pushing hard for a little bit of publicity here. It seems over the top. It was 100% over the top. It's a great thought, like, hey, I'm going to pay tribute to my buddy Chris Farley. But when you're like, hey, he told me he wanted to die young, and he's like trying to be all emotional, and the crowd is like awkwardly applauding. This is really loud as fuck. But, excuse me. The crowd is awkwardly applauding. If you could actually see this, you can Google. You can YouTube Chris Farley song -SNL, and it'll come up. It's not something like incredible. It's like forced applause. So we'll continue.
I saw him in the office crying with his headphones on, listening to a Casey and the Sunshine Band song. I said, buddy, how the hell is that making you so sad? Then he laughed and said, just thinking about my dad.
And Sandler's doing, okay, just so you know, right there, Sandler is doing the biting the bottom lip move, hoping, like, fuck, I thought people would clap there. I thought people would cheer there. Because Chris is thinking about his dad, and nobody's fucking cheering. They're all just listening and uncomfortable. He even did a mic step back. He even stepped back from the mic, looked up at the audience, and one young lady went, "Woo!" That was it. Nothing.
The last big hang we had was at Timmy Meadows' wedding party. We laughed all night long, all because of Farley.
Well, he tried to rhyme party and Farley again, and it went over like shit.
But a few months later, the party came to an end. We flew out to Madison to bury our friend. Nothing was harder than saying goodbye, except watching Chris's father have his turn to cry.
See, he tried to have that Chris cried for his dad over that, whatever song it was. And now, hey. Oh, wow, I hear that squealing. I apologize, but I have to. He tried to have that Chris cried for his dad over a song, and now Chris's dad has his turn to cry over Chris because he's fucking dead. Sandler, this is a joke. We'll let you finish, but holy shit! What a I don't know. I mean, I understand you were friends, but what a shitty attempt to pay homage. What a shitty attempt.
Hey buddy, life's moved on, but you still bring us so much joy. Make my kids laugh with your YouTube clips, oh Tommy boy. And when they ask me
Cheap
who's the
pop.
funniest guy I ever knew, I tell them hands down without a doubt it's you. Yeah, I miss hanging out, watching you try to get laid. But most of all, I miss watching you torture Spade. You're a legend like you wanted, but I still wish you were here with me. And we were getting on a plane to go shoot Grown Ups 3.
And a cheap plug for his movie. Can we all understand? I'm not going to play any more of this. He did a cheap plug for his fucking movie. That's embarrassing. Sandler, I had way more respect for you. Way more respect for you before you did this. And then on a plane to do Grown Ups 3. Okay, by the way, buy a ticket to my fucking movie. No, sorry. You lost me right there. Now let's go on to the goddamn news. Adam Sandler, we already did that one. The Anatomy. Let's talk about The Anatomy. Oh, not now, CNN. The Anatomy of a Smear. How far-right websites spread a fake story about... Oh, Jesus, I can't pronounce this guy's name. Pete Buttigieg. Buttigieg? Buttigieg. He's one of the guys that the Democrats are hoping that they can win the old nomination there and beat out Donald Trump there. Take another sip for the working man, you sons of bitches. This is a story about how political operatives, I don't understand. What is it saying? Something about investigations. This is a joke story. There's nothing here. Basically, that story that I didn't read just now is saying how people, you people, dead people, white people, try to smear candidates on the Democratic side and whatever. God, it's probably 30 minutes till my pork belly burn ends are done. Can't wait to fucking eat those. Illinois football prodigy, 14, recently featured on Sports Illustrated, is shot dead. By the way, excuse me, this 14-year-old looks 22. Or at least 18. At least 18. And his mom has white girl hair. So I'm assuming that's a wig. He's black. He's black! The mom definitely... White girl hair. White girl hair. How is that not cultural appropriation? By the way, can we talk about this a little? Or am I a racist piece of shit? I don't know if I'm allowed to talk about it. Black women with straight hair. Is that cultural appropriation? I think we should make that an issue. I don't want to make it an issue because I don't care. But if you make it an issue when white people do things, then I feel a tendency. But anyway, this young man was shot, which is horrible, by the way. BTW. 14-year-old recently featured in Sports Illustrated as one of 6 teens who will rule the future in sports died after he shot at a party in Illinois. Chicago. Are we going to say Chicago? Or are we going with the whole state of Illinois? According to police, the shooting killed Jaylon McKenzie, 14, an 8th grade student. 14. Yeah, that's about right. I think. At a Central Junior High School in Bellevue, Illinois, not far from East St. Louis. A 15-year-old girl was critically injured, adding that no arrests have been made. Oh, that's always great. It's so hard to fathom that someone took my baby from me. No, is it? What, I don't know this neighborhood, and I'm sorry for the loss of your son, and I'm sorry for the loss of everything. You know, the gang violence. It has to be that, right? Am I wrong? It has to be the gang violence that has taken this young man with all this talent. Why are we allowing that? But I digress. I can just remember him coming into my room and telling my husband to call his name. Okay. We have a 5'6" running back. Jaylon McKenzie. Okay, yeah, so we make his call his name. The shooting unfolded in Venice, Illinois, around 11:40 p.m. What is your Can I ask a question? What is your 14-year-old son, 8th grade child, doing at a party at 11:40 p.m.? Can somebody tell me that? I think that's the start of this fucking problem. Don't let your kid go to a party till 11:40 fucking p.m. I understand it's a Saturday, but your kid is 14. 14. He needs to be home. Unless, maybe it's a sleepover or something like that. Maybe it's a sleepover party. I don't know. But in general cases, if your kid is 14, you're not out at a party at 11:40 p.m. Officers were responding to a report of a disturbance and shots fired at a large party. At a large party. Okay, so a house party where people are all over the fucking place. Your 14-year-old is there. Don't get me wrong. I could have been one of those people at that party at that age. But I would have been wrong. If something happened to me, I shouldn't have been there. I'm not a hypocrite. I'm just someone who did it before and didn't get shot and killed, didn't surround myself with people that would shoot and kill people. I just went and had a great time. Actually, I lie. I didn't have a great time. I had anxiety and sat in a bathroom for 90% of my fucking high school parties. This kid was in junior high. I would have done it then too. Anyway, it's a shame. Talented kid. Talented kid with a bright future ahead of him. Just stay away from the fucking shit. Stay away from the fucking shit. What are we looking at here? More than 600 rockets fired at Israel from Gaza in less than 24 hours as death tolls rise. All right, don't go to Gaza or don't go to Israel. That's what I have to say. That's my informed take. What is happening? What is this? What is going off? My computer's going off. Really? From where? Is there an ad playing? No, there's no ad playing. It's just my computer. It's just Fox News. Okay, what is this story? Bartender charged with serving a Texas man before 2017 rampage at a football watch party that left 8 dead. Okay, let's read this story. A Texas bartender accused of serving an intoxicated man who later went on to kill 8 people during a shooting rampage at a football party in 2017 was charged Tuesday with a misdemeanor. Lindsey Glass, 27, was arrested and faces up to $500 and faces a fine up to $500, a year in jail, or both, after allegedly violating the don't serve a fucking drunk cocksucker law. What did he do? Okay, she sent another text that Spencer has a big knife on the bar and is spinning it, and he just asked for his tab and said I have to go home and do some dirty work. Psycho. Okay, so apparently he tipped people off, but he went on a shooting spree. Yeah, he only had two. He had a knife and 2 beverages. Yeah, well, that's tough for a bartender. Like, if you're a bartender, you're serving drunk people all fucking night. What after like 4 beers, you're not going to give somebody a beer? Of course you are. You're making tips. It's what it is. You just hope they make it home okay, I think is the rule. Hillary Gowan's latchkey kids, and with the mom shipping. Okay, we're going to call this episode done just because it's so fuck late. But I'm going to give you people the exclusive. If you hung in there with me. If you hung in there with me today, I'm going to give you the exclusive. The exclusive new song parody that is currently in private on my YouTube page. It's called, well, I won't tell you what it's called. But it's a parody of the Cranberries song Linger. That's all I will tell you. It is a parody of Linger, and it is an autobiographical a song parody that pretty much covers when I accidentally stuck my finger in a young lady's ass on the school bus. And then she proceeded to headbutt me. As I got about up to the end of my fingernail. Yeah, I'd say the first knuckle of the finger got in there. And she slung her head back, smashed me in the eye, and then it was time to get off the bus. And what happened after is I smelled the old finger there, thinking it's going to smell like pussy. Well, it smelled like ass. That's all I can tell you. The following song is about that. And I hope everybody enjoys their weekend. I hope you listen on iTunes. I hope you follow us on Instagram. We're also on Podbean, Spotify, Stitcher, on the YouTubes, Facebook, Minds. Hope you listen on all platforms. Twitter, the I'm Just Saying show on all of them. Justin Werley on Twitter. And hope you have a great weekend. Hope you have a good upcoming week. Love you all. Thank you for listening. And I'll talk to you later. I'm just saying. Later. This is the tale of a young man who accidentally got his fingers dirty in a young lady's honey hole on the school bus. You're between my cheeks, and now it smells like poo to you, because you stuck it up my sphincter. Did you have to smell your finger? Did you have to? Did you have to? Did you have to smell your finger? And now it smells like poo to you, because you stuck it up my sphincter. full of his troubles.
I'm just saying, don't get upset. Let's get to the bottom of it. I'm just saying, don't you take it personally. I'm just saying, don't get upset. Let's get to the bottom of it. I'm just